What's going on, everyone? Hope you are good. Hope you are well. It is Monday. Also, really quick, I hope you all, you know, we're family. So I got to support my family really quick and just say shouts out to I am Joey Cannoli for the little bit of, cup of cannoli morning episode that he did earlier this morning, and we'll be looking to incorporate. So stay tuned for that. Check out I am Joey Cannoli's channel. I was on there earlier as a guest. It was awesome. It was amazing. It was different, you know. And yeah, I'm kind of rambling a little bit, so this way I get the people in before I start. And if you're watching this on pre-record, I'm sorry. Hi, George. Great to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Rico, great to see you. Let me know your sense of the day. Mine was the final testing. I just came back from physical therapy. Yes, I am slowly getting everything back. Dana Malik, Germs, Jacob. Jacob was there earlier on Joey's show, popping in to show the love like the AM show in the morning. Yes, thank you, George. Joey's definitely doing his thing. I'm super proud of him. And Joey, if you're watching, yeah, I'm proud of you. Uh Today we are here to discuss a brand new release from Xerjoff. Shouts out to my sore sis. Um, yes, I have P33, which is also known as Xerjoff Scripture P33. And I'm not going to waste too much time, but I will say also that I am doing a giveaway. The link is in the description of this video. Um, Click that link to go into the video and then enter in the contest. You will win this discovery set. Next Monday, I announce it during my live. You could win Alexandria 2, Neo, Ivory Route, and La Capitale in this box. So I'm doing that giveaway. Let me know the sense of the day. Raph, what's up, bro? Great to see you. Lewis, Empty Sense, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you all. George, I'm glad you're here. Just thank you in general. You're amazing. Lewis, check out Lewis's channel. I'm Lewis. The man is new, but the man is making great content. Fragged Out Swagged Out has a YouTube channel, also an Instagram under the name Fragged Out Swagged Out without that flame emoji. Check him out. I'm glad y'all are doing well. Prada Amber Pour Ohm. Yes, I do. I do know that you smell great, bro. You look great. You feel great. It was awesome meeting you earlier. And just like I said then, and I'll say it again, thank you for always supporting. And it was great to just meet you. So yeah, we're gonna get into the scripture really quick now that I've gotten, all the plugs and giveaway information. Like I said, just click that description, type in the name of whatever Xerjoffs you've tried that you actually enjoyed, or if you haven't tried any before, which ones you would enjoy, not necessarily from that gift set, but just in general. uh Unique is Beverly Hills. I still have not tried any Unique, and but I've heard good things about that. Chris, great to see you. uh you know Again, I appreciate it. Xerjoff, that's Amore, an amazing group. There's a Facebook group under Xerjoff, that's Amore, instead of Amore. Sorry, my voice kind of cracked. Uh, Xerjoff, that's Amore. This is XJ, that's Amore. Bobby, great to see you. All right, I'm not gonna hold y'all any longer. Y'all can put sense of the day and stuff down below. I'm gonna get into this because this is new and this is what y'all came for. And plus, I'm not one to really beat around the bush. So this is P33 from Xerjoff, Scripture P33. Um, hey, I love Kobe, and Neo's another one that I have tried. Um, Absolutely. Rico. But yeah, I had this sample and I've been wearing this sample basically the last 3 to 4 days. Is this like the most official Xerjoff review? Absolutely not. But this is going to be one of the most thought out, critical reviews from somebody who's been around enough to at least know what they're trying to convey when they're talking about fragrance. Also, shouts out to Stray Fire. Hey, I see you, bro. Thank you for stopping by. This fragrance, I'm just gonna say it right now. It's a good fragrance. It is very pleasant. This fragrance is a fragrance that basically, long story short, was inspired by Sergio's I don't want to say diary, but basically like his thought book. We all have like somewhere where we put ideas for whatever it is that we do, whether it's creative content creators or, if you're making fragrances, what types of themes. So this Sergio has this idea book of sorts, and this fragrance, hey, thank you, Jacob. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Uh this this fragrance is basically supposed to be like a part of a series because a few of these ideas will be coming to life. P33 is the first of them. And so yeah, the packaging kind of is using some of that material, plus the bottle is like hand painted in gold and handcrafted at that. So yeah, you can check that out at Xerjoff. I have the link there in the comments. But as for the fragrance, this fragrance, I'm not gonna lie, Purple Label from Ralph Lauren, have not tried it. Sergio, meaning, yes, the owner and CEO of Xerjoff. Thank you, XJ. That's Amore. Anyone smell Purple Label? I haven't smelled Purple Label before, but I've heard it smells like Bond's Bleecker Street. This is nice. It's pleasant. This is a fragrance that starts off with this like cinnamon, apple, almost bergamot type of thing. And within like the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it starts to develop the cypress, cedar, lots of amber, cinnamon becomes more pronounced, and the rose fully develops. I've this reminded me of almost two fragrances. This reminded me of in the dry down, 1 million. Not gonna lie. Not 1 million, just 1 million, but the 1 million cologne specifically. This reminded me of the like clear bottle 1 million cologne because it was like light, but you still got all those facets from the 1 million, minus the like cat piss thing that 1 million cologne has. This is so much smoother. If you didn't like 1 million cologne, you'll like this because they took those elements out. However, if you liked 1 million cologne, then you'll like this because you already tolerated it with the whole cat piss thing. But there's that. And I got vibes of the opening being similar to Le Labo's the Chicago exclusive Bay Rose 26, I believe. Yes. Oh, Rose. Shouts out to Rose. Yeah, so like at the top, like it was warmer than Bay Rose though. Like it's not a one of one or clone or whatever, identical to Bay Rose from Le Labo and or the whole 1 million cologne vibe, but that kind of towed the line to be almost like a fusion, kind of similar of sorts. Channel 69, great channel. Check them out if you want to ever see what goes on previously in Fragcom. Interestingly, Carlos Bellum Did not do purple label for Polo, though he was very busy. Blue, okay. They're talking about Florin. Larry, too sweet, bro. Good to see you. Purple, 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 nurple. Uh, so yeah, it's warm, but at the same time, kind of still a little fresh because there's like this cypress cedar combo that makes it nice. The musk combined almost is why, like with the cinnamon and the rose and the citruses, make it almost like a like I said, like that 1 million dry down. You're familiar with it, except where that used leather, this is using that musk amber combo. And it's really good for what it's worth. It is good. The thing is just the price tag is a little steep. Again, I mentioned already that you're getting premium packaging, you're getting handmade packaging, so it's going to be a little more. Um, I'd say that this fragrance does perform fairly well for what it's worth. Getting 8-9 hours, I know, just you're paying that type of price for that, and then it's like, you maybe want like 12 hours, or you want, but it's smooth, it's balanced, you will smell different. So there is that, at least, although not the most groundbreaking thing in the world, if that makes any sense. But it's better than all of the designer stuff that's out there today, because the whole world is feeling blue. And now that summer's coming, everyone's releasing a summer flanker, you know. So I feel like, hey Eric, I got nothing clever to say. Listen, you're here. You can definitely come up with something. I believe in you. But in the meantime, great to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Um, yeah, when I did have it, it sat moderate. It gave me a 1.5 foot projection for the 8 hours, 9 hours that I wore it. I have it on me now. I was getting a few compliments when I went to physical therapy. I mean, I wasn't, you know, stopping time or nothing, but at the same time, I was garnering attention from some of the people who worked on me, especially when it was the women. And also, too, probably they're still getting to know me. So the fact that like I'm coming in there smelling good probably does help, because it is a pleasant smell. That apple is nicely incorporated with the mix of citrus and ambers. Um, should you buy this? That's really what this comes down to, is should you buy this? And after this, I'll get into my clones, and then if y'all want to come on, we could come on and just talk for a little bit. But should you buy Scripture P33? If you actually are a collector of Xerjoff, then yeah, it's worth the addition. If you have Tony Iommi and some Neo and some Naxos and some Kobe and you know all of these others, absolutely, of course, it makes sense to add this one to the collection, because it is worth it from the fact that it is a really good fragrance that is blended better than something like a 1 million cologne or even the Lalabo. It's more interesting. There's more depth to it than the Lalabo Bay Rose. Um, but and that's what I'm getting at. That's where I'm getting at. For the basic consumer who doesn't have every Xerjoff bottle behind them, I'd say no, not initially. I'd recommend others as just more intro prior to you going ahead and getting to this bottle, if that makes sense. I'd recommend Naxos to you. I'd recommend Mephisto Gentle Womo. I'd recommend Kobe, but that's a little bias on my end because I love Kobe Bryant. It's my favorite basketball player ever. So the name of Kobe on a Xerjoff bottle or any cologne bottle, really, and it actually be a legitimate thing, not like a novelty piece. Shouts out to Joey. I am Joey Cannoli. Check his channel out. Like I said, the man is doing AM shows now, taking over. So this way you could wake up to him and go to sleep to him at the same time while you're 69. But yeah, I'm not really, dancing around here. It's a good fragrance. If you are the collector or a huge supporter of Xerjoff. Oh, by the way, drop a 69 one time out of respect. Please and thank you. That's where I was actually trying to go with that. If you are a fan of Xerjoff and you support the brand and that, then yes, it makes sense to get this. If this is like one of your first pieces or something, then I'd say, you see, does the dry down remind you of Oud and Overdose? I haven't tried Oud and Overdose yet. I have yet to try Oud and Overdose, so I cannot say. Also, shouts out to Captain, my captain. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. But even still, I would say that this dry down, at least from the couple of times that I wore it, gave me more of that 1 million cologne aesthetic, minus the cat piss. So the part that nobody liked about 1 million cologne is out, and this is much smoother, blended better. But as a whole, I'd say that this might have to come down a little bit in price. I get, the fancy packaging, and Xerjoff cuts no corners when it comes to their packaging. The problem is that it comes at the expense of additional money. I mean, look at the Tony Iommi. Look at the Tony Iommi that is like what, 600, 650 US dollars, somewhere in the ballpark, and this is basically almost about that same price. It's tough. I would like to see this in like how they did the Tony Iommi. I get that this is supposed to be a limited collection because it's the thoughts and it's going to be a special series, but I do feel that this is a fragrance that you can at least get to after having many others. I'd recommend others before I get to this, Hooded Justice, great to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Tony Iommi, man, I got to smell that rock and roll jam at least once. War Pigs. I'll tell you what, that's a good fragrance. I do like Tony Iommi. I would like to have Tony Iommi, but that one, I put these two almost the same, not in terms of smell quality, but in terms of like how much do you really need them? You know what I mean? Like I'd recommend Udin or Udin Overdose. I mean, people talk about it. I haven't tried it, but I'd recommend, just because of like the reception, people say Udin and Udin Overdose. But I personally recommend Neo for the Freshie or Gentle Womo. I'd recommend more than words almost. I did get the Tony Iommi, but it actually smells amazing and the crystals are about. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking as a person, especially in these times, is it really worth it to just like, and like in thinking, it's like you can get one bottle of this, or you could almost get maybe 2 bottles of like, one of their shooting stars, or, a shooting stars and a Casamarate of sorts. Tony Iommi, both versions are out of stock, but both versions are available at Osme Perfumery. So contact Maurice. There you have it. That is from XJ. That's Amore. The more you know. And yeah, if you want to get yourself a bottle of that, definitely check out Maurice at Osme. Bottle looks cool, I can't lie. Right. Exactly. And that's where I'm getting at, Rico. If you do not collect, it is not worth it. There is no reason why somebody who is just getting into fragrances but sees all the Xerjoff hype should go ahead and just buy it because of the packaging and the hype. No, do not do that. Keep your money, build yourself up, whatever it is. Hey, I appreciate that, Germs. I'm trying to be as helpful as I can to everyone, especially when it comes to these higher price fragrances. You know, it's good. It is. But I mean, this is better than I'll say Creed Aventus cologne. You're gonna get so much more for almost about the same price retail wise as Creed Aventus cologne. Absolutely. I'll put this over something like that. But in maybe some rosiers, I'll put this over. But in the grand scheme of things, like what can I do with 5 to 6, maybe even $700? I could do so much more than just buy a bottle off of a concept series that, while smells nice, isn't revolutionary, but it is good. It is good, And I do like 1 million cologne. This is just a glorified version of 1 million cologne mixed with the top of it takes all of the good from the Le Labo and leaves out the bad, performance and boringness. And then it takes all of the heart and, dry down base of 1 million cologne and leaves out the piss smell. Adds a little bit more in like the warmth and cinnamon. Not as sweet. And that's kind of sort of what you're getting out of the two. Is that the name Saint Maurice that hops on Joey's channel? Probably not. I don't know of him. I know Martial comes on Joey's channel. I don't know of a Maurice. But because I haven't been formally introduced to Maurice. I've chatted with him once or twice, but nothing over the thing. Too sweet. Thank you, Larry, for the $5 super chat. Too sweet. Some wrestling reference for those who don't know. No, Maurice is the owner of Osme. Yeah, exactly. 40 nights. 40 knots probably for those that want the oud in it. Yeah, 40 knots probably. I'd say more than words is a pretty kind of almost similar, there was a little bit more going on with more than words than just oud and the difference between these because of that addition of apple. But yeah, I could see where you're going with that too, Blind Fury. I wouldn't say that much as much, but I see people comparing it to Aventus and Prada L'Homme, which is a hell of a contradiction. They are both very different. And yeah, no, I can't. They're saying Aventus. I have no idea why they're saying Aventus unless they just go ahead and they hate. Because, some people troll and then they'll like just stop putting random stuff, like especially when it comes to those YouTube fragrances. People don't like them, so they'll just start saying like this smells like SpongeBob or Squidward cologne, But I get absolutely nothing Aventus other than the fact that there's rose and apple. There's nothing within that, and absolutely nothing like Prada. Prada's like soapy, clean, fresh type of thing going on. Cuddles, what's up, bro? Mike, great channel. Check him out. I smell. The man is on the way to 1,000. Let's get him to 1,000. Subscribe to I Smell. Exactly, Raf. I don't see that. This is much warmer anyways. But I just feel that nah, this isn't worth it if you're just a regular consumer. You know, like if you're not a collector, you could pass it, or at least, you know, hold off, dial it back, collect a few others. And if you do collect from Xerjoff, you could add this to the list, but I'd still get Tony Iommi through Osme apparently. Uh if if you uh if you don't have that, I'd recommend that beforehand. And also too, it's about to be springtime. Get Gentle Womo if you don't have that. That's like a barbershoppy fresh type of thing, you know. Kyler, great to see you. So yeah, that's kind of what I have to say about it. It's good quality, but it's coming at a price. And for me personally, that's a price that I'm not looking to pay today. Unless this weekend when I go to Atlantic City and I hit at the casino, then sure. Yeah, because by then it won't matter. But until then, and even then, you know, I might wait a minute, I might like get a car or something. Who knows how much I hit for, but that's just kind of what I feel. Most Xerjoffs aren't worth it unless you're a collector. I'd say there are Xerjoffs for everyone within reason. Because I'm finding out that there was a lot of Xerjoffs. I thought they only had like 30, 40. No, they have like over 100. But I do feel this is good. That price is heavy. Scales, glad to see that you made it home. I appreciate you. That's a great question. I think though that P33 stands for page 33 since this is going off of the booklet. I believe that's how I read it, was that it was standing for, you know, page 33. This idea of this fragrance that has been made was basically everything that he wrote on page 33. And then like page 34 will be a new fragrance, and 35 and so on and so forth. Hills, hi. Great to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Torino 21, also a great spring and summer, as well as Decos, Naxos, and Renaissance. See, I'll be trying some of those. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest Xerjoff aficionado, but I did make sure to at least do my homework before I sounded crazy, unlike some people. Listening at the gym. Thank you, Hills. Hope you're well. Hope your exercise is going well. So yeah, um, that's kind of where I'll wrap it up. It's basically been almost 20 minutes of me talking about P33. And I think that's a good cutoff point. If you all are interested still in checking out P33, you know, let me know, especially like if you're watching this on the rewind. Let me know. Shukanen from Xerjoff made me nauseous. What's the notes in that, Lewis? Let me know, please. Great objective review, bro. Yeah, I mean, we have to. Or at least we should. You know, we should. A lot of people don't, but I try to be as like thoughtful as possible. Like, where was the creative direction going? How will this be for people rich and not rich? You know, is it worth it? Just thinking it is what it is. Hollywood Chuck Hogan. What's going on, Chuck Hogan? Great to see you. I know his name isn't Chuck. At least I don't think it is. 33 high Masonic number. Probably. I'd say so, Bobby. Powdery makeup accord. And that's the other thing I do want to say, because people will want to know really quick, and I can still say this because I only have a few more seconds. The iris in here is not like Dior Homme or any way that makeup powdery iris. That was the other thing I was trying to remember. Thank you for actually that assist, Lewis. The iris in here almost makes it, I don't want to say aromatic, but gives it like depth and just different. Like, I mean, there's slight, very so slight powdery undertones, but nothing like Dior nothing like Healy's Ivy Nuit, nothing like that. I'm gonna pass on Elijah Xerjoff's LOL. Check your notes first. Exactly. Check your notes. Know your nose. And when worst case scenario, come to New York, see me, and go to you know, Bloomingdale's, or not Bloomingdale's, Saks Fifth Avenue, on Fifth Avenue. Shukanin is full vanilla Madagascar. And not that I'll be buying that fragrance, any Xerjoffs for you, but just we could have some fun about it. How about, is it similar to Pour un cologne? Are we talking about P33 still? Blind Fury, let me know. If so, absolutely not, because that was a lot more lavender going on. So that's where that is. Great live, bro. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for Blind Furies. I love Iris though, one of my favorite notes. Yeah. Absolutely. Iris is actually a big favorite of mine, although I like Rose and Violet better. Thank you, Fragged Out, Swagged Out. I appreciate you, Rico. Walter Wingman. Hey, thank you for stopping by. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. No, check the notes. Get a sample first. Test them properly, like every perfume on. Right, exactly. I mean, check the notes. Trust your nose, and or get the sample. Trust your nose, and you'll be testing them at the same time. Oh, okay. Got you. Somebody in the chat, Lewis, help my boy Blind Fury out, please. Thank you. Vanilla equals lavender. True. C on that message. C minus on the message. Retraction. Great to see Wiz in here. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna go with that. Now, not necessarily the reason why you all came here for, but this is a part of everything. If y'all remember 2 weeks ago, I was having some problems with this Richwood sample. I've since worn it a few times. And long ago, I know. But long ago, I did buy a Dua. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do it. I was naive at the time. I bought a Dua of Richwood called Lux Opulent. As you see, I haven't really worn it for a couple of reasons. But I got it thinking it was Richwood. Even though my friend Max Must Know, who doesn't do reviews anymore, but came out with one of the best fragrances by a YouTuber, with the 4,160 Tuesdays maxed out. Ha ha ha. Let me just catch up really. So yeah, Max Husler basically, I mean, he gave a crazy rendition of this. He basically said, like, this would be like, I don't know, who's like a really classy A-list celebrity, put this here, and then this would be Rami Rain, which is basically an entertainer, if you will. So like, it was a crazy comparison, but I'd say that after trying this, while I'm not super impressed, again, because the price on Richwood is overtly expensive, even though I get it, My Source Sandalwood, the best in the game. Yes, it is. I'd pay $400 for Richwood. I wouldn't pay $600 to $700. I'd pay $350 to $400. I'd like for it to be $200, but I'd pay at most $300 for this. But I'm not rushing out to pay it, right? This this. Smells absolutely barely anything at all like this. Besides the Duo Funk, you know, I get rose in here. This has a lot more musk and patchouli. This you could tell is at least, you know, a $2, $3, $400 fragrance, even if it's more. This smells like a $12 fragrance that was sold at the drugstore. And I know some people praise Do It for their one-to-one clones and everything else, and they have some decent. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I like Dark Casino Elixir. I like their Intense Ohm, which is Dior Ohm Intense. It's one of the more closer clones. But I regret buying this. I'm never gonna use this. I'm never. I mean, that's how much I used of it. Okay, this is a 30 ml bottle, and this has macerated too. For the Duo fans out there, they're like, let it macerate. It's one of the best sandalwood fragrances, but I do see a lot of comparisons to Coromandel, and when I compare it to Coromandel, this came off a little bit more flat. You know, I expected a little bit more of a transition, maybe especially again with spending so much, and for that, it's a little low on the price. You know, apparently you have to let Duas macerate for 7 years before spraying. Well, I'm not gonna wait 7 years because I got this in 2020. I've already given it 2. I got this while I was still in Atlanta. It would take me 7 years to be able to afford the real. You're not wrong. Just sprayed Dew at Dusk, by the way. Mall's Dawn. How do you feel about it, Blind Fury? Let me know. Because this, I'm going to kind of get in stray a little bit. I started with the Xerjoff, but I also have a Louis Vuitton and a Parfums de Marly. We don't need the stinking box. Exactly, LX. I always throw my boxes. I was the first one to do it. Still doing it. So, yeah. But check out LX Fragrances channel. Does live streams, reviews. Great upcoming channel also. Great to see you, bro. K-Pow, the opening will uppercut you in the nostrils. Yeesh. I'm sure. And that's kind of what I got out of this. This was very synthetic. This didn't have as much of the richness. And then when you factor in that Duo Funk, absolutely not. Do not get this thinking you're going to get this. You're literally not even getting enough to say that these two would actually be about the same thing. Like, normally people would get this and, oh, if I like it, then hey, now I could pull the trigger. You get this, you're still not even getting the actual fragrance. Cruz del Sur 2 is by Xerjoff is the mango. I'm interested in Cruz del Sur 2 for that mango. I'm not tried many mango fragrances. So yeah, bottom line, Richwood, nice, but still not worth $600. Oh, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna pay $600. And Lux Opulent, needs to stop making so many clones because some of this, and this was before they start trying to be like Jordans and come out with like 3 pairs every weekend in terms of Jordans, but in fragrance talk, they're dropping like 6 to 8 fragrances a weekend plus restocking on everything else. It's too much. Space it out a little. Just a little. Speaking of duos, we got Percival from Parfums de Marly. You know, everyone's second favorite clone house next to third favorite, because Alexandria is number 2. It's always going to be Dua versus Alexandria. No comments on Dua. Hey, I get that, XJ. I was about to call him Xerjoff. I mean, XJ Xerjoff, same thing. But great to see Mike from Making Sense. Great to see you. Hope you're good. Hope you are well. Check out Mike's channel. And more importantly, because he's not on as often, but he does make some actual sense. So check out makingsense.net because he has some good stuff. And the man is dropping newer releases that smell much better than what the hell Lux Opulent from Do It does. Richwood comes 15 ml travel size bottles. With Richwood, you don't need more than 30 to 50 ml unless you're going super addictive. Right. And that's fair too. I mean, it is strong. Richwood is a strong lingering fragrance for sure. So yeah. Percival. Third favorite clone house. Sorry, it wasn't a box, but I was still gonna throw it. And Legendary Night. Legendary Night is better than what Lux Opulent was to Richwood. Legendary Night smells like a diluted, dry downed version of Percival. Lasts longer, yeah. But there's this like burning rubber tone underneath. You don't get that in this. You know, there's definitely like some sort of additive used to, you know, make their fragrances last longer. But okay, I'm sorry. I just realized. It's inspired by, not that it's a clone. It's inspired by Percival. It's inspired by Richwood. My bad. I'm sorry. I've been up early this morning and then I just came back from physical therapy. But yeah. It's nice. Much better than whatever the hell Lux Opulent was. But has that burning rubber and this is good. But I'm not paying $300 for Abercrombie Fitch Fierce, basically. You know, a niche, a premium version of it. No, I'm not going to do that. So, diluted, dry down with a burnt rubber, lasts longer, does Legendary Night, but I'm not doing that. Cuban Nose loves Dua Craters and Vanilla. Haven't tried it. Probably never going to try it. I'm actually selling a lot of my Duas. You know, I still stand by what I feel about a Vanilla Affair. That was a really good fragrance, but I have sold it because I have other plans and I have other things to do. And plus, like, I review, so I gotta actually look and see what I really need. You know, I'm not having these companies send me out stuff, especially when I don't just say, hey, they're great, buy it. So I gotta do what I can here. You know what I mean? But Author's Night is the best Percival clone. Who makes that? Hollywood Chuck, let me know. Or unless you're about to tell me right here. Alexandria's Richwood is nice, bro. Only took about 3 months to macerate. I'll see if I could maybe get a sample of something, Blind Fury. I'm not opposed to it. That's true. You have to throw the inspired, you know. Really? Here's the thing. There's two things. I've since gotten Dua fatigue just from seeing them release so much. And really like wearing these. Do they serve a purpose? Yes, they do. I'm not going to act like Dua should be canceled. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, to some people, not every Dua is going to be a one of one for what you need. This does smell like this, but it's coming at the expense of slightly more diluted, dry down version. Not as, you know, transitioned, bright, fresh, everything in between. Woods, musk, you know. It's not going to do this. It's going to kind of be like, you know, instead of the highs and lows for the transition. I prefer duo when they are not making inspired expressions. Exactly. And that's kind of what I do too. Oh, Author's Night is your take on Percival. Okay, Mike. Gotcha. I was lost. I was like, I know Arthur's Christmas. That's an underrated Christmas movie that you watch with your family. But I had no idea. But okay. So I'll have to check that one out. Mike making sense for sure. I have Alexandria's, and I keep hearing Doers isn't as good in terms of quality. They used to, Dan. And when they do their actual original creations, not like their flanker original like flagship 2, 3, 4, 69, whatever, they're not good. They're not, from what I've heard. But flagship, good. A vanilla affair, good. They tried Rose Affair. It was A vanilla affair was much better. They tried a musk affair or powder affair, whatever the hell it was that came out. Yeah, you know. Motor 1 or Motor 2, Motor 3. People didn't like 3. They only liked 2. Or people didn't like 2. They only liked 1. You know, it wasn't as unanimous. Love Arthur's Christmas. Just saying. Exactly. Chocolate Affair is good. I haven't tried Chocolate Affair, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. But some of their affairs aren't as good. Like they had that powder affair with the hairspray and the lotion, and I get what they were trying to do. But again, when you're doing too much, you know, you're either going to be a jack of all trades or a master of none. And when you're a jack of all trades, you are a master of none at the end of the day. So that's just where it is. So yeah, that's how I feel. Percival, diluted, much better than Richwood, but and that's kind of stepping into Gone Swimming from Louis Vuitton. And if you know me, you know how I feel about Louis Vuitton fragrances as far as price. Quality, it's up there. Price, not so much. And this is one of the more closer ones even than Legendary Night, but it doesn't, it's slightly still flat. Just a little flat. And you have to take a little bit long. Whereas this smelled more like it instantly. You're not going to get the comparison until about maybe 30, 40 minutes, maybe even an hour. You know, now granted, you're going to get 12 hours performance out of this thing. At least I did. But it's Tobacco Affair was trash. Exactly. Tobacco Affair was trash. And I haven't even tried it, but just everyone trashed it. So I'm a jackass of all trades. Yo, chill skills. Yeah, Juan. Shouts out to Juan over at Fatboy Fragrance. Speaking of Arthur's Christmas, Juan, you got a Christmas gift not from Arthur. And yes, can't wait to hear your thoughts when you get it. But in the meantime, check out Juan's channel, Fatboy Fragrance Reviews. Check out his store, fatboyfragrance.com, for all your sample needs. I'm not throwing this box because Juan is family. But I feel that Louis Vuitton prices are extremely overpriced, especially for the performance. Shouts out to RXL comedy, slightly troll, not gonna lie, ball buster. But at the end of the day, the man knows what he's talking about when he's just talking in general. So check his channel out, RXL 209, the Return of the Fried Chicken Guy. That's not his full channel. Just type in RXL 209 and you'll find him. Uh, throw the box, hide the hand. Yo, y'all funny. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I can't wait, Joe. Hey, no problem, bro. You know, we're family. Juan gave me doer fatigue. Dua gave me doer fatigue. Sheesh, you know, Dua. But at the end of the day, I do feel that that this was a better version, but still there's it takes longer, and there's a just something about it that makes it smell flatter. You know, it doesn't smell as bright, as orangey. Yeah, there's a lot of orange in here, but like making sense, Mr. Miami, that's orange done for much less of a price. And not that Mr. Miami's supposed to smell like this, but I do get some tones, even though uh Mike says absolutely not, but I at least get some tones of like, oh man, this kind of maybe almost reminds me a little bit of a afternoon swim blended with stuff, but no, not at all. Juan's favorite tiger is a Cavalier. Hey, shouts out to the Cavaliers. Scales, you have. I gave you a designer today. Okay. Hey, check out Juan's channel. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, everyone. I kind of feel like I've done like a good amount of a good block of just different things. You know, we discussed scripture, P33. I discussed why you should or shouldn't buy it. I went ahead and covered a few clones and gave my thoughts, my final thoughts on Dua. Honestly, I'm gonna keep my casino, dark casino elixir, and maybe eventually just get casino elixir again one more time. But I'm going to keep that intense ohm. I've kind of already parted ways with almost everything else. But and then just the headache of like you have to let it macerate. You know, it's like, bruh. If I have to buy something and I know Dua's gonna say, "Oh, all our fragrances are ready and everything," yes, I get it. You're supposed to say that, but at the end of the day, some fragrances still smell better after they do. There's been more that have said it. You know, like what's the saying? When it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, or when you know what I'm saying. So many people are identifying it as one thing. Then hey, it's got to be it. That's basically where it is. So that's where I am with Dua as a whole. I'm just kind of and Lux Opulence smells absolutely nothing like Richwood, so don't waste your money, please don't. But yeah, thank you, Hollywood Chuck Hogan. I hope you all have enjoyed the stream. Some smell better a year after bottled is crazy, and some get better after 2 weeks. No, and that's what I'm saying. The problem is that Do is trying to act like they everything smells great, like off the jump, and it doesn't. There's a lot of, and I get it. People want to support and stand behind something, but because if you stand behind, you either stand for something or fall for anything. I get it, but let's be real here, especially with all these releases. I quit buying 3 months ago. I quit buying almost a year ago, but you know, I think the last ones that I got was like the vanilla fit when I did my haul and giveaway and everything. I think that was like the actual last duos that I bought. Whoa, Cheese Effects is gone from the Duo Musk. Huh. That's weird that it had a cheese effect. 63, shouts out to 63 and 69, 1 hour in. Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, we're on the road to 2K. I'm gonna take a few more seconds just to round this hour out. We are on the road to 2K. I'm less than 300 away now. I am at 1720 ish, so that's 280 away. I will be doing a couple of giveaways for that, just a few, and you're also going to get a 24-hour stream. So, tell your friends to tell a friend to please subscribe, check out my channel. You don't have to watch, but at least definitely subscribe, boost the numbers up a little bit, leave a like. I'm joking, but please subscribe. But I appreciate everyone in the chat. I appreciate Jacob and Larry for the super chats. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the chat for just stopping by and hanging out here. I mean, we were at 25 at one point, and that's awesome. Like I said, how do you feel about Dua? You're probably going to watch this on the rerun. How do you feel about Dua? Let me know in the comments below. How do you feel about Xerjoff? How do you feel about clones in general? Let me know anything. Do you feel that Xerjoffs may be overpriced? I don't think all of them are overpriced, but some of their prices are crazy, even though handcrafted and everything. I get it. So maybe there'll be others worth it in the end. But until then, I'm still gonna have to figure that out, and I still have many samples to check out to do so. So there you go. Thank you all for watching. My name is Joe, and I'll see some of y'all later on I Am Joey Cannoli stream, or tomorrow morning on I Am Joey Cannoli stream. But in the meantime, y'all take care. Rolls Royce better than never. Exactly. So y'all take care. Y'all have a good one. See ya.